Hargis. Carol Hargis from Mason, Ohio. Alongside in car number 11, your third fast qualifier, Tim Anderson. The second row in car 45, second fast time, Eddie Flora. And on the tail, your fast qualifier, car number 7. Car number 7, Rick Mannion. Bear with me, I'm going to stumble through these names the best I can. Rick Mannion in car number 7. 4 cars, 4 laps. Your mini stock trophy dash. Again, these guys and gals actually race a traveling circuit around the Midwest, and they're here tonight to put on a show. Carol Hargis in 70 and Tim Anderson in 11. Hargis with the advantage through turns 1 and 2. Rick Mannion trying to make that outside groove work. He'll try to move up on Tim Anderson. Anderson in 11, Hargis in 70, Mannion in 7, and Flora in 45. Halfway. Mannion creeps up now on the outside of car 70. Carol Hargis, Mannion and Hargis side by side. White flag. And a new leader, or is he? Yes, he is. Rick Mannion in car number 7. From the tail of the event, Mannion, your new leader. And he'll win easily. Rick Mannion in 7. Second goes to car number 70, Carol Hargis. We'll have to wait on a decision on third spot. It was close. Tim Anderson in 11 is third, and car 45, Eddie Flora, is fourth. Close race for that third and fourth spot. The first heat race, by the way, these are 8-lap heat races for the mini stocks. On the pole in car number 98, again, bear with me with these names, Don Eaton, and alongside in car number 14, Jason Miller. Car number 9 is next. That'll be Kevin Cradler, and alongside him, I can see the number, car number 02, I think it is, Barry Wright. Then comes car number 42, or it should be 42 anyway, but 85 is up there. Car 85, that is Jay Crawford. Car 13 will be Matthew Hemrick. Car number 27 is Rex Whitaker. 25, we have a name on 25 now, that's Mike Grizzly. Car number 1 is Dean Saup. Car 69 is Jerry Stapleton. And on the tail, car 42, Bill Haynes. 8 racing laps. Car 14, your leader, that's Jason Miller. 3 abreast down the backstretch. Car 85 moves through. 85 now is second. That's Jay Crawford. Jay Crawford in 85. Now moving up to third in car 27, Rex Whitaker. And following him in car 1, now in fourth spot, Dean South. But up front, your leader, Jay Crawford, trying to pull the pass on car 14. And your new leader is Jay Crawford in 85. Moving into second in car 27, Rex Whitaker. Running third is Jason Miller in 14. Three laps down. Still your leader, car 85, Jay Crawford. 27 in second, that's Rex Whitaker. Third in car number 1 is Dean South. And fourth in car 13, Matthew Hemrick. Good race for that lead between Crawford and Whitaker. Car 14 and 69 are out of the race. They'll complete 6 laps this time around. Crawford holds on to that narrow margin over car 27, Rex Whitaker. And they'll get a white flag this time around. Your leader down the backstretch in car 85 is Jay Crawford. Rex Whitaker second, Dean South third, and Matthew Hemrick fourth. And your winner is Jay Crawford. Again, second goes to car 27, Rex Whitaker. Car number 1 is third. That'll be Dean South. And car 13 is fourth. That's Matthew Hemrick. Next, that's Tim Stratman in car 61. That's, 61. That's Pat Turner. By the way, Pat is a female driver. The next driver is also a femme fatale in car number 16, Kim Young. And alongside in car 21, Jerry Winget. Then comes car number 86, Donnie Miller. And alongside of him, in car number 0, Dale Morris. Then comes car 97, Tony Trinkle. And car number 91. Make that 97. Well, I'm all mixed up. 97 is Trinkle. Car number 2 is Keith Peterson. And in car 23, Terry Flora. Boy, what a lineup. But I finally got it. Your leader is car number 5, Eric Schneider. He's in a Pinto. Second in car number 87 in a Ford Mustang. The driver of 87, Tim Stratman. So your leader again in car number 5, Eric Schneider. Tim Stratman is second. Third is Kim Young in car 16. Pat Turner off the pace in car number 61. She'll pull into the infield. They'll complete 3 laps this time around. Stratman challenges car number 5, Eric Schneider on the backstretch. Stratman in 87. Schneider in 5. Now moving up to third in car number 86. Car 86 is third. That's Donnie Miller. Car number 2 is fourth. That's Keith Peterson. 5 laps down this time by. And a tight race for that first position. Stratman in 87, Schneider in 5. Now up to second spot in car 86 is Donnie Miller. He's putting the pressure on Stratman. White flag. Miller right on his bumper through turns 1 and 2. He'll look to the low side, down the backstretch. Schneider up into the guardrail on the backstretch. He spins across into the infield. Your winner will be close. It'll be Stratman in 87. Car 86 is second. That's Donnie Miller. Car number 2 is third. That's Keith Peterson. And after that, I don't have the foggiest. I believe Jerry Winget was fourth in car 21. A good racing in the mini stocks. Let's hear it for these guys and gals. Your winner, car 87, Tim Stratman. Dash in car number 5, your fourth fast time, the qualification run 14.800. Dick Dunleavy Jr. alongside in car number 83, third fast time, the qualification run 14.727. Lonnie Rush inside of row number 2 in car 21 from Miamisburg, Ohio. The qualification run 14.711. Dick, make that. John Vallow. Long night tonight. And on the tail, your fast qualifier, his time 14.624. Bill Cantley, 4 laps. Rush with a bit of advantage through 1 and 2, and Lonnie Rush is your leader down the backstretch. Dunleavy is second. I mentioned earlier, Rush was down here testing yesterday for quite some time, and they got that 83 dialed in. Lonnie Rush Sr., your leader. Now John Vallow is second, halfway. Vallow up on the back bumper of Rush through turns 1 and 2. Bill Cantley up to third. Dunleavy is fourth. Now Rush sideways through 3 and 4. Vallow will look to the inside. Vallow on the inside, Rush on the outside. John drops the wheel off the pavement over in 2. Lonnie tries to fend him off. And the winner will be Lonnie Rush Sr. An excellent race for the 4-lap Trophy Dash. And that'll be Lonnie Rush Sr.'s first 4-lap Trophy Dash in quite some time. You can bet on that. So apparently the testing they did here yesterday, which by the way is available to all competitors, they can all come down here. On the pole in car number 47, Larry Harris. And alongside in 17, Jack Sims. Row 2 in car 22, Tom Randolph. And alongside in car number 2, Pat Jones. The third row, car number 19, Carlton Smith. And outside of Carlton, well, maybe not. Maybe we do have a lineup change. Here we go. Car 94 will start inside of row number 3. That'll be Robbie Dean. Then comes Dan Eves at 33. Well, we could have another change yet. I'm going to wait until this thing sorts itself out. And apparently we do. Here we go. Let's start again. It's Harris and Sims in the front row. Robbie Dean and Pat Jones in row 2. The third row, Tom Randolph and Dan Eves. Then comes car 19, Carlton Smith. 59, Burgess White. Car number 90, Ron Freebus. And 39, Randy Maynard Jr. Finally, we got a lineup. 10 cars, 10 laps. The first heat race in the late model division. Sims off to a jackrabbit start. He'll lead their pack down the backstretch, followed by Larry Harris and Robbie Dean. Still Jack Sims, Larry Harris, and Robbie Dean now moves inside of Harris. And we have a yellow flag for Randy Maynard Jr. Spun over in turn number 2. We also appears like we've got some debris on the track. These cars, or the tires they run on these cars, very sensitive to 2 laps. 2 laps completed. Jack Sims, Larry Harris, Robbie Dean, your top 3. Now Dean will try to work the high groove around Harris. Pat Jones is 4th. Tom Randolph 5th. Cross flag signifying halfway for Jack Sims this lap. 5 laps down of this 10-lapper. Jack Sims get together, and Harris drops back 1 spot. Robbie Dean now 2nd. Flag this time by for Jack Sims. Robbie Dean goes to the outside through 3 and 4. Sims on the low groove. And your winner, Jack Sims in 17. The finishing order, car 17, Jack Sims, your winner. Car 94, Robbie Dean, 2nd. 33, Dan Eves is 3rd. And car number 4, 47, or I'm sorry, car 47, Larry Harris is 4th. Second heat race in the late model division. On the pole in car number 12, Denny Dean. Alongside in car 55, Bussy Blackford. Second row in car 81, Don Wetnall. And outside in car 91, Scott Drake from Xenia. Jerry Mitchell from Galloway is next in 41. And from Pataskala, car 7, Bobby Edwards. Urbana is home to car 61, Mike Ward. And outside of him in car number 1, Terry Humphrey. And finally on the tail, car 52, Ron Otto Jr. Again, 10 laps. Denny Dean, your leader. Second is Bussy Blackford, but Scott Drake trying to find a way around the MPH crane number 55. Denny Dean in the lead. Scott Drake second in closing. Third is Bussy Blackford. Now up to fourth from last starting position is Ron Otto Jr. But Jerry Mitchell still keeping him honest on the outside. And now Otto is up to third all the way from the back. Scott Drake pulls up on the back bumper of Denny Dean. Halfway, 5 laps are complete. Still Denny Dean, Scott Drake. Now Ron Otto Jr. moves up to join the fray for the lead. Flag this time for Denny Dean. Scott Drake and Ronnie Otto right on his back bumper. Now Drake will try the high groove. He'll be beside Denny Dean through 3 and 4. It'll be close. Dean is sideways. And your winner with a last lap pass, car 91, Scott Drake. Denny Dean finishes second, third Ron Otto Jr., and fourth Jerry Mitchell. Scott Drake from Xenia, Ohio. Car sponsored by Lang's Chevrolet. Carl Stapleton. And alongside in car 98, Mike Rush. The second row, car 73, is Randy Sword. And on the outside, your fast qualifier, car 70, Joe Hill. By the way, Randy Sword would like to thank J.D. Markham and Sons Racing and Gold Star Auto Care, also Mark, for helping him get this car 73 together and out here this evening. I understand they built it in like the last 3 days or something. I got it out here in the last 3 days, so special thanks to J.D. Markham and Sons, Gold Star Auto Care, and Mark. Four laps. Carl Stapleton is second. Joe Hill third. One lap down, 3 remain. Rush got that car 98 dialed in, the car run by Jim Kane, and it's working tonight as he pulls away from Stapleton. Halfway. White flag for Mike Rush. And your winner, Mike Rush, car 98. Second is Stapleton, third Joe Hill, and fourth Randy Sword. Mike Rush, the winner. The car again owned by Jim Kane. John Lester to the base of the tower, please. John Lester to the base of the tower. So once again, if you haven't picked up your souvenir program, your Winston Racing Series program, there's some really trick pictures of Rusty Wallace and Bill Elliott from Tuesday night's events. So you might want to pick up on one of the programs from one of the kids going through the grandstand. 10 or 8 laps to go. So I have a false start as cars did not come across the line in proper order. We'll get them lined back up and back underway momentarily. Another big event coming up next weekend, Friday and Saturday night at Shady Bowl Speedway, and we're getting ready to race, so I'll tell you a little bit more about that later. Green flag. Roger Roush out to the early lead over Zero Hill and Rick Stone. 8 racing laps. Charlie Knoll off of the racetrack on the backstretch in car number 88. Roger Roush still leads the field. Down, they'll be halfway this time by. Still Roger Roush, Donnie Hill, Bob Justice, Mike Carroll, and Rick Stone. Now Zero Hill will try his hand on the outside. Justice crosses over to try the inside of Hill. Justice way sideways in 1 and 2, but he holds on to it in that car number 29. And now Mike Carroll takes advantage of a slide by Justice. He'll try to take over second spot, go after Roger Roush. White flag this time. Mike Carroll now second. He'll waste no time going after Roush. Carroll alongside Roush through 3 and 4. Checkered flag this time. It'll be close. And Roger Roush, your winner. It was close at the start-finish line, probably about a foot. So Roush continues his winning ways. Again, he won his, I believe, first ever feature event in the sportsman division at Shady Bowl last night. Been running much better of late. He finished second. $5,000 to the feature winner. Next Saturday night actually is the feature event. So check it out at Shady Bowl Speedway. The 11th annual Raymond Shear Memorial next weekend. To second. Your leader is Charlie Osborne. Mike Brown will look to the outside of him through turns 3 and 4. And now Brown switches over and goes inside Osborne down the front stretch. He'll be halfway this time. Now Mike Brown, Charlie Osborne, Dennis Kelly, and Donnie Renner. To go. Donnie Renner now third behind Mike Brown and Charlie Osborne. 1 lap remains this time by. Good race for that second spot between Osborne and Renner. The winner will be Mike Brown easily. Second will be close. Osborne finishes second. Renner third in car number 12. And car 31, Dennis Kelly, finishes fourth. Time for Cruz, 17.547. He was your fast qualifier. Parsons, Gary Carter, Jim Cruz, and Butch McAllister down the backstretch. Parsons stretches it out over Gary Carter. Halfway this time. McAllister squarely entering turn 1. Cruz looks to the outside of Gary Carter. White flag for Don Parsons. Cruz can't make that pass stick yet on Carter, but he'll try again. Down in 3 and 4. Your winner will be Don Parsons in number 12. Second in 26 is Gary Carter. Third in car number 9, Jim Cruz. And fourth is Butch McAllister. Mike Hamilton. The fourth row in car 33 is Jim McCauley, and outside in 08, Jerry Pauley. And then comes car 45, Glenn Miller, and car number 68, Neil Reese. And we understand the driver of car 11 going through the infield now is not Gilbert, but it's Burt Ratliff. Burt Ratliff in 11. Pennington, the leader in 89. Second is Phil Gussler. It's close between him and Mike Hamilton. And we've got contact over in turn number 3 and 4. That's Glenn Miller Jr. and Burt Ratliff. Back up at the lead, it's still Herb Pennington. Flow-through ventilation on Glenn Miller Jr.'s car. Herb Pennington, your leader. Mike Hamilton challenges on 24, or in 24. Three abreast. 5 laps complete. Now Jim McCauley is your leader. White flag in starter Jim Paul's hand. Jim McCauley your leader, Herb Pennington second, Phil Gussler third, Mike Hamilton fourth, followed by Gary Forbes and Jerry Pauley. Your leader is down the backstretch in car 33. And it appears he'll be an easy winner. Jim McCauley your winner in car 33. Pennington is second, Gussler third, Mike Hamilton fourth, Gary Forbes is fifth, Jerry Pauley sixth, and Neil Reese seventh. side, that's Paul Baker Jr. Fred Parsons is in row 2 along with Herman Degg. Danny Brown is in the 3rd row in car 2. And car 77, Don Townsend Jr. Dave Dysinger in 27. Car number 6, Bill Wellman. And car 22, Donald Parsons III. 8 racing laps. Cyrus, your leader in 36. Fred Parsons is 2nd. Dan Brown 3rd. Car 36 disqualified for running under his time. Running too far under his qualification time. 36 is out. Your new leader is Fred Parsons, with Dave Dysinger challenging him. Parsons the leader. Now Dysinger inches up on Parsons. Donald Parsons III is in 3rd position. White flag this time. They're side by side down the backstretch. The race will be close at the line. Fred Parsons on the inside, Dave Dysinger on the outside. And the winner is car 27, Dave Dysinger. 2nd in car 21, Fred Parsons. 3rd is Donald Parsons III. Okay, we have just enough cars for all the feature events. And car number 69 is Jerry Stapleton. Car number 27 is Rex Whitaker. And car 25, Mike Grizzly. Car 85 is Jay Crawford. Car 13 is Matthew Hemrick. Then comes 42. Oh dear, 42 Bill Haynes. 02 is Barry Wright. Car number 9 is Kevin Crandler. 81 is Pat Turner. Car 14 is Jason Miller. And we've got an incident already. Looks a little bit like Daytona over there in turn number. "21 cars now remain. "21 cars, 25 laps, the mini stocks. Kim Young in 16. Car 0 is Dale Morris. Still Jerry Widget, your leader. Kim Young second. Dale Morris now moves to the outside of Kim Young. And car 45, Ed Flora, has been disqualified for smoking. Eddie Flora in 45. Also number 69 disqualified for smoking. We're afraid they might be dropping some kind of fluid on the track. Your leader is Jerry Widget. Second now, Dale Morris by about a half a car length over Kim Young. In fourth is car 86, Donnie Miller. Jerry Widget stretches it out over car 0. Dale Morris, 16 Kim Young. Seven laps this time by. 21, Jerry Widget, your leader. Dale Morris is second in 0. 16, Kim Young is third. And car 86 spins out over at turn number 3. That's Donnie Miller. One lap, we'll be back underway. Again, Jerry Widget, Dale Morris, Kim Young, Tim Anderson, Keith Peterson is in 2, I think. Yes, that's correct. And Tony Trinkle in 97. 8 laps down. In 11, moves up to third. Tim Anderson is third. We'll try underneath. Dale Morris runs second. Anderson trying to get around him. 10 laps are down. Still Jerry Widget, Dale Morris, Tim Anderson, Keith Peterson, Kim Young, Tony Trinkle. race halfway completed. Moves up to 5th spot. Rex Whitaker in 27 is 5th. Your leader is 21, Jerry Winget. Second now is car 11, Tim Anderson. Third in 0 is Dale Morris. Fourth in car number 2 is Keith Peterson. To go. Jerry Winget in 21 down the front stretch, your leader. Anderson in 11 is second. Good race for that second spot between Dale Morris in 0 and Keith Peterson in 2. Jerry Winget pulls out a little bit of a lead. Working lap traffic. Close call down the backstretch. 5 laps to go. Carol Hargis in car 70 is off the track, as is car 14, Jason Miller. The lead down the backstretch is Jerry Winget, but here comes Tim Anderson on the outside. And now Dale Morris spins in turn number 2. Yellow flag. Jerry Winget, your leader. Tim Anderson second. O2 is a lap down. Car 85 is third. That's Jay Crawford in 85. Car number 2, Keith Peterson, is in fourth place. They'll complete lap 22, this time by the starter. Still Jerry Winget, Tim Anderson. Jay Crawford is third. Now fourth in car 17 is Fred Hall. Anderson alongside of Winget on the backstretch. They'll get the white flag this time. 1 lap to go. They're side by side. Winget on the inside, Anderson on the outside. And we've got a yellow flag as Kim Young is stalled in turn number 4. Remain. Jerry Winget, Tim Anderson, Jay Crawford, Fred Hall. Keith Peterson in 2. 86 is next. 2 laps remain. White flag. And car 86 jumped the start, so he'll go to the tail and we'll go back racing. Bet that'll be a restart as car 85, Jay Crawford, no question about it, moved alongside of Tim Anderson and jumped that start. There was no question about that one. He definitely jumped that start, moved clear up beside Tim Anderson over on the backstretch. Cars must stay single file. We'll try it again. Sooner or later, these guys will get her all dialed in. A good race, though. A very competitive division, these mini stockers. So it's Jerry Widget, Tim Anderson second, Fred Hall third, Keith Peterson fourth. To go. Tim Anderson will try the high groove around Jerry Widget. A white flag. Here comes Anderson on the outside. Widget on the low side. Anderson now slips in turns 1 and 2. But he'll try it again in 3 and 4. It'll be close to the finish, but it's Jerry Widget, your winner. Finishing second in car number 11, Tim Anderson. Third in car 17, Fred Hall. And fourth, unofficially, in car number 2, Keith Peterson. So will the youngster who has the number 21 on their Frisbee come on down to the start-finish line? You can get your picture taken with the winner, Jerry Widget. Oldsmobile pace car pulls off the backstretch, and we'll get a green the next time by. Carlton Smith and Denny Dean lead them around. Your leaders. holds on to that inside groove. But Don Wetnall still tries the high side. And now Don Wetnall, your leader. They'll complete 5 laps the next time by as Jerry Mitchell moves around Wetnall. Blackford off the pace in car 55. Busty Blackford in car 55 pulls to a stop in the 4th turn. Mitchell, Don Wetnall, Ron Otto, Denny Dean, Lonnie Rush. Senior now moves up the 4th spot. Rush is 4th. Ron Otto, Don Wetnall, your top 3. And Otto up beside Mitchell. Ron Otto Jr. third. Jerry Mitchell second. Lonnie Rush third. Don Wettenall fourth. Second spot. Rush is second now. John Bowell up to third. Second, John Bauer third. Bauer to the outside of Rush for second spot. Ron Auto Jr. will win easily. The race is for that second. And it's John Bauer second. Third goes to car 83, Lonnie Rush Sr. And what a charge John Ballo made. He must have been running 10th spot with 10 laps to go. And I don't know where he came from, but he didn't have enough time to get to Ron Auto Jr. Okay, we have two phone messages. John Davis, call home. And Marcia Reed, call home, please. And we also have a car. Charlie Knoll, and then Scott Murray in 65. racing laps. Will be underway, the 30-lap limited sportsman feature. Complete. Roger Roush, Donnie Hill, Dennis Kelly, and Mike Carroll, your top four. Carroll, Dennis Kelly, Bob Justice, Mike Brown, and John Strobel, your top five. They need to keep up. Carroll, your leader in 1, halfway. This time. Halfway. Out in car number 20, Brown off the track. Carroll, Dennis Kelly, Donnie Renner, John Strobel, your top 4. Laps to go. 10 laps. Mike Carroll, but Donnie Renner and Dennis Kelly right behind, waiting for a slip. 5 laps to go. Mike Carroll still your leader. Now Leonard moves alongside. He'll get the white flag this time. Carroll on the inside. Now Renner. A nose ahead on the outside. They're door to door. He'll be close. Your winner, Donnie Renner. What a race. A last lap pass on the outside. And Donnie Renner takes home the gold. On the pole, Burt Ratliff in 11 and Mike Hamilton in 24. Second row is Jim McCauley in 33, and alongside in 68, Neil Reese. The third row in car 45 is Wilbur Roby. That's not Wilbur Roby, that's Glenn Miller Jr. And alongside in 08, Jerry Pauley. Car 36 is Mike Cyrus in 66, Paul Baker Jr. Car 21 is Fred Parsons. And 23, I better stop here for a minute, make sure I get the lineup correct. Let's see, I was up to car 66, Paul Baker. Car 21, Fred Parsons. 23, Herman Degg. Car number 2, Danny Brown. 77, Don Townsend Jr. 27, Dave Dysinger. 6, Bill Wellman. 22, Donald Parsons III. Outside of him in car number 12 is Big Daddy Don Parsons. Then comes 26, that's Gary Carter. 23 is Butch McAllister. Car number 9 is Jim Cruz. Car 18, Greg McCandlish. 89, Herb Pennington. 95, Gary Forbes. And 4 is Phil Gussler. "20 laps. Mike Hamilton leader. Don Townsend Jr. is second. Hamilton in 24 spins. Your leader is Herman Daig in 23. 77 Don Townsend Jr. is second. Then Paul Baker Jr. is third. Jerry Pauly and Glenn Miller Jr. Eight laps in the record books. Herman Daig, your leader. Second is Don Townsend Jr. Third, Paul Baker Jr. Fourth is Butch McAllister. Fifth, Bill Wellman. Gary Carter, we tried to tell him that the halfway. And Bill Wellman is up to second. Day, your leader in 23. Bill Wellman goes to the outside. 5 laps to go. opportunity, it appears. He has finished no worse than 7th all year long, so a very consistent runner. Donald Parsons III runs 2nd, and with Donnie Townsend in 3rd. Donald Parsons III, Don Townsend, Dan Brown, Don Parsons, Butch McAllister, Fred Parsons, Greg McCandlish, and after that I'm not sure, we had a couple lap cars in there, so I'm not sure after that, but I do know Donald Parsons III is the leader. Brown now 2nd, Townsend 3rd. Dan Brown pulls up on the bumper of Donald Parsons III. White flag. Donald Parsons, Dan Brown, Don Parsons, Butch McAllister, your top 4. Your winner will be Donald Parsons III. 2nd is Dan Brown, 3rd, Don Parsons, 4th, Butch McAllister, and 5th, Fred Parsons. Oh dear, a full night of racing action here at the Speedway. Your winners again of each feature: Jerry Winget in the mini stock, Ron Otto Jr. in the late model, Donnie Renner in the limited sportsman, and Donald Parsons in street stock action. Don't forget, next Sunday night, the 20-twin 25-lap late model features, plus a full program, and also a full program in limited sportsman and street stock racing here at the Speedway. As always, the gates open at 5, qualifying at 6, and racing at 7 next Sunday evening.